All right, good morning. I want to tell you thank you for signing up for Christ Church guitar lessons. Just wanted to go over lesson 1 with you and do a recap of the things that we went over on Tuesday night. So this is lesson 1. First off, I want to start over with the parts of the guitar. And we're going to go over this very quickly so that way we can get to the chords. This is known as the headstock. These are your tuning keys. This is what allows you to actually tune the guitar. This is the nut of the guitar, this white piece here. And you'll hear me refer to those, you'll hear me refer to that several times. These are your frets, these metal lines right here. And these are numbered as fret number 1. So you always start with a nut, fret 1, fret 2, fret 3, fret 4, and so on. And so whenever you're told to play fret number 1, you're not going to put your finger right on the fret. You're going to put your finger in between the nut and fret number 1. So this is considered fret number 1. These are the actual frets, but this whole space here is also known as fret number 1. So you would put your finger here. If I said to play on fret number 2, you would put your finger here in the middle on fret number 2. Remember, this is the actual fret, but when it comes to placing our fingers, you're putting it right here, right before that fret number. Okay. The next thing we have are the strings, and these are numbered as follows. The skinniest string is string number 1, and then the next one is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So number 6 is the thickest string, and number 1 is the thinnest string. All right. Another part of the another part of the guitar is the neck. So everything from the nut all the way down till you hit the body is the neck. Just like a person's body. You have the head, you have the neck, and then you actually reach the body of the guitar. And so on an acoustic guitar, you have what is called the sound hole, and this is what projects the sound. So your strings vibrate, send sound waves inside the guitar, they bounce around and come out and are projected forward. On an electric guitar, you will not have a sound hole, and we'll get into that a little bit later on what all is involved on an electric guitar. But anyway, so yeah, that's the body of the guitar. And down here you have the bridge. This whole thing is the bridge, and then this white piece is the saddle, and then string pegs. So anyways, let's actually go over the chords that you learned, and we'll review those. Alright, so the first one that we're going to do is the open G chord. Now if you remember, you take your third finger, so the way that our fingers are numbered is 1 is your index finger, 2 is your middle finger, 3 is your ring finger, and 4 is your pinky. And then of course thumb is just called your thumb. So the way we're going to play an open G chord is you take your third finger and place it on the first string, 3rd fret. I know that's a lot of numbers, but you're going to take your third finger, which is your ring finger, you're going to place it on the first string, which is the thinnest string, and then on the 3rd fret. So it's fret number 1, 2, 3. So this is the 3rd fret right there. And all we're pressing down is just one string. So this is called your open G chord. And then you just strum it. And if you remember in class, we just did a simple 4 count. So if you want to do that with me, you can. So we've got our third finger on the first string on the 3rd fret. And we're just going to strum, let's strum 8 times. And 1, 2, ready, go. Next, we're going to go ahead and go to the open E minor chord. So you're going to take the same finger, which is your third finger, the same one you just used. We're not going to use any other fingers yet, but you're going to lift that off where you just were for G. Now we're going to do an open E minor. So now you're going to do your third finger. You're going to go to the 4th string. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, you count up. And then you're going to go on the 2nd fret. So right here. Can you see that? Right there. Alright, that is an open E minor. So 3rd finger, 4th string, 2nd fret. And then you're going to strum that. So same thing, it's going to sound like this. Alright, let's do an 8 count again, strumming with 4 counts opening. So 1, 2, ready, go. Alright, so those are the 2 chords that you learned on Tuesday, and you should have your chord sheets. Remember, there were also full chords, so you can learn the G in a full, and you can learn the E minor in a full chord too, so instead of just a single finger. And for those of you who have been practicing that or want to learn that, we'll go over that right now. So let's go back to the G. And the great thing is that you still use the same fingers, you're just going to add fingers. So here was your open G chord, 3rd finger, 1st string, 3rd fret. Now we're just going to add 1st finger, 5th string, 2nd fret. So that looks like this. And then we're going to add our 3rd finger up here. So you're going to mimic what you're doing on the 1st string. So 6th string, 2nd finger, all the way on fret number 3. Can you guys see that pretty well? Just like that. And then you're going to strum all of them. A little bit fuller sound. Alright, so let's put that together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now we're going to go to the full E minor chord. And so you're going to go just like the open E minor. So you got 3rd finger, 4th string, 2nd fret. And now you're going to simply add your 2nd finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret. It's going to be kind of a scrunched up look. See how they're right next to each other? This is your open E, and now you're just going to simply add that one right here on the 5th string. So just those 2 fingers. It's going to sound like this. Strum all strings. You hear the difference from this one and this? This one sounds a little better than a full E minor. Alright, so let's do strum an 8 count on that. 4 to open. 1, 2, ready, go. Alright, one little last thing I want to remind you is how to hold your pick. So when you hold your pick, the way that I do, there's a lot of different techniques, but the way that I do it is I hold it between my thumb and my index finger. And remember, the pick is shaped like a triangle, and you want to strum the strings with the tip of the triangle. Alright, so I hold it with between my fingers, like this, between my thumb and my pointer finger. It's like this. And strum down on the guitar. So G and E minor. G, E minor. Let's work on transitioning. First we're going to do the open chords, and then we will do the full chords. Alright, so let's start on G. We're going to do 4 strums on G, and then we're open G. Then we're going to do 4 strums on open E minor. And then I'm going to go straight into 4 chords on open or full G, and then 4 strums on full E minor. Alright, so let's see if we can do this. We'll do it nice and slow. 1, 2, ready, play. Alright, that'll do it for lesson number 1. We'll see you for lesson number 2 at the church, and then we'll be back here with another video. Alright, appreciate it. Thank you very much.